Jim. Jim McDonald. Jim McDonald could be returning to Canadian Street sooner than planned. Sooner rather than later. We want you back, Jim. Please come back to us. Jim McDonald to make explosive return to Corrie lands onto the set of Corrie with potentially something very explosive. Hello folks, welcome to this stream. I hope you all are keeping good. Very nice to have you here with us today, tonight, tomorrow, the next day, wherever it may be, wherever you may be. I love you and I need you and I want you right now. Let's do this. National Bread, big up yourself, bra cha cha. We're talking about Jim McDonald tonight. Tonight, indeed, we'll be talking about good old Jim McDonald, a fellow actor. He appeared in Corrie as Jim McDonald. That's not his real name. His real name is, let's take a little look, Charles Dawson. Brian M., how are you doing, buddy? Thank you for joining us. Charles Dawson, otherwise known as Jim McDonald, played one of the most fiery men, a man to be feared, a man to be scared of in Coronation Street, and we're going to be taking a little deep dive into the world of Uncle Jimothy, and we might even dip into the world of Auntie Liz McDonald. I think that was her name, Liz McDonald, and she gave as good as she could get. She gave more than that. She gave twice as much as she got. Don't know what I'm talking about already. Oh, let's go for a deep dive. Let's start diving. Let's stick on the binocular, or not the binoculars, but the deep diving apparatus, the goggles, the pipe that comes out of the mouth, and let's dive deep into the world of Liz and Jimothy. I should have a round of applause here. Ooh. Can you guys hear that? Did that come through? Ellen, thanks for coming on board. Great to see you. Hope you're keeping well. Folks, how is everyone getting on tonight? How is everyone doing on the 20th of the 8th, 2025? I am doing pretty good. I'm drinking tea. What is this? This is a tea that I bought in an Asian shop. It is, let's see. I don't know what the fuck the name of it is. Greetings, Red Armchair supporters. So good to have you with us. I'm drinking this tea, whatever the god's name it is. I don't know. But anyways, I got about 58 tea bags for £2. They're going off. So I said, I'll have that. It's lovely tea. Put a bit of honey into it. Sweeten up the tea. I drink tea. Yes, indeed, I drink tea. I drink a coffee every single morning. First thing I do when I get up, go straight to the kitchen, put on a coffee, go to the bathroom, do what I gotta do, wash my face, get out of there quick, straight into the kitchen. The coffee's ready. Pour the coffee. I like a black coffee. I'm a black coffee kind of guy. What kind of coffee do you like, guys? What kind of coffee do you like? Is this not working already? Jesus Christ. I'm gonna have to plug something out. Something in and something out here. My old stream deck appears to have gone lula, so I'm just gonna. It's just for some reason it's gone dead. So 1 second there now, folks. Just a bit of twiddling here to be done. A bit of fucking fluffing around. Two of my buttons have disappeared. That's fine. We're going to do it manually like this, and we're going to work our way through the pages of YouTube. You spend too much money on tea. There's plenty worse things you could spend money on. Definitely. If you're spending too much money on tea, it depends on what you're spending though, Ellen. How much are you putting away a week on the tea? I've never met a person in this world that has drank as much tea as my mother. She goes through about a kettle a week. No, she doesn't, but she goes through about... She'd easily have 20 cups of tea a day. Easily. That's a very low estimate of how much she might have, but she's an absolute fiend for the tea. She's a fiend. She's an absolute fiend. The plan for tonight's static is we're going to be looking at a bit of Jim McDonald. This is an ode to Jim. For those of you that don't know, Jim McDonald played a character on the great TV show Coronation Street, and he was the original tough guy of television. And we're going to do a bit of a deep dive on him, look at his partner in crime, Liz, and then we're just going to just hang out and have the chats and just get to know each other a bit better. Where can you buy chewing tea bags? Geez, good question. I don't know where. Let's have a look. Let's see where you can buy chewing tea bags. Chewing tea bags, Ireland, we'll say. I don't know how nice these chewing tea bags are. You might be, when you say chewing tea bags, are you talking about that Nordic stuff? Nordic spirit. This is like a snooze that everyone does beyond now. That's a different kind of tea bag. I don't really like it, to be honest, but you see everyone, if you look at everyone's pocket, the outline, you will see the outline, a circular outline in many a man's pocket nowadays, and woman, and you will see that if you put your hand into their pocket, you'll see that they take the Nordic spirit. Yeah, make a cup of tea for yourself, Static, and we will drink tea together. Technology, eh? I was trying to get this set up for the last 2 hours, and for some reason, every time I logged into Google or to my Windows, the camera wasn't working, or the sound wasn't working, or my Focusrite wasn't working. So I had to just keep rebooting the computer, and it kept saying to me that there's been a problem found with my computer, and it's going to have to reboot. So it doesn't sound good for the computer. I might have to get a new one. If anyone has any recommendations there in the chat, please let me know. At the minute I have the ROG Strix G15. The ROG stands for Republic of Gamers. That's about all I know about that. But anyway, we're on to Jim McDonald, and we won't be talking about that now. Please don't skip this 1 minute read. Sorry, I'm gonna have to. Jim McDonald is a fictional character from the British ITV soap opera Coronation Street, played by Charles Dawson. He started off in 1989. His storylines often revolved around his family relationships and various crimes. He was a demon for the crimes, which have resulted in several stints in prison. And actually, there's a fine video of Jim drinking tea in prison. He used to call it I think he used to call prison the big house or something like that. Jim McDonald prison. So let's get stuck into Jim and just let's get a feeling for who he is as a man. Let's get the tea on the go, folks. Rogs is Ronan O'Gara. You fucking best believe it. This looks like a fella who I used to go to school with. You like the way he's got the cut on the beard there, even though he's in prison. That's a fairly tidy beard for a fella that's doing time. Jim was imprisoned because Why did Jim go to prison? Does anyone know why Jim went to prison? Why did he go to prison? Why prison? I forget the fucking reason why. Jim McDonald went to prison for manslaughter. Okay, well that's enough to do it. He attacked Jez, who had previously assaulted his son Steve. Okay, so he's in prison for manslaughter.
Hey. I'm not sure if I've got the right cell. Clellan sent me. He said he spoke to you.
I know who you are, and I know why you're here, so I do.
Look at him there, just standing there like an owl peacock. Hey. Look at him. You just get in the back of him there.
I'm not sure if I've got the right cell. Clellan sent me. He said he spoke to you.
I know who you are, and I know why you're here, so I do.
Jim.
Peter Barlow.
Peter Barlow, do you fancy a fash cup?
Welcome to the big house.
As if butter wouldn't melt. He looks like he's the kind of fella who just he does better in prison, which is probably a very small population of the world, but some people genuinely thrive when they get to prison. And I think Jim McDonald, if he was a real person, would do brilliant in prison. He would probably become a multi-millionaire in some way, shape or form. Welcome to the big house. Oh, Jim McDonald, welcome to the big house. Drinking tea. He's got his own cup, no doubt.
I can't believe it. You're the landlord.
Oi.
Pure drama. So that's a bit of Jim there now. His storylines, as we said, involved pretty much around family drama and plenty of drinking and stuff like that. And later storylines have included Jim escaping from prison, plenty of time in prison. Funhouse. He looks like your man, Funhouse. Yeah, Funhouse, whole lot of fun. Prizes, Funhouse. This is the TV show where the fella. This is the original Mullet Man. Full House TV show intro. We used to go mad for this back in the day, and when you watch it again, you're like, "What was I thinking?" It's probably it was a fun house though. It was fun, but it wasn't that fun either. You wouldn't want to get stuck in the fun house. Sorry, now pull up the wrong page there. What am I trying to do here? Here, we'll have a little look at this.
It's wacky. It's fun. It's crazy. It's outrageous. Funhouse, a whole lot of fun. Prizes to be won. It's a real crazy show where anything will go.
You wouldn't get that now. It's too positive.
Funhouse, quizzes a race. Real wacky place.
There was a sludge pit there as well. Yeah, there was like a sludge zone.
Use your body and your brain. If you want to play the game.
It's time for Funhouse. Wacky contestants, messy games, the Fun Kart Grand Prix race,
Absolute daft cunts.
and a crazy chase to win lots of prizes. Now here's the guy who puts the fun into Funhouse, Pat Shaw!
Look at this fucking absolute. Look at him. Probably off his head there. It's actually a lot funnier if you think that he's just after having an argument with the wife, and he's turned up and he's like, "I've got to put the game face on," and he lands in and he's like, "For fuck's sake!" Backstage, do I have to go in that yellow car again? And here we go.
And here's the Funhouse!
It's been closed down since the Funhouse. No more Funhouse. Funhouse presenter. He had some serious mullet, this fella. He was, I would say, one of the best mullets in the game. Like, you cannot argue with that. And he was doing it before it was cool. Like the mullet, I don't even know if you'd consider it a mullet. It nearly turned into a pheasant or something. It sort of had a mind of its own. Like, look at it. Kept going. And apparently it took over all of his face. And now you can't see his face anymore now. How's everyone getting on? Thanks for joining us in the comments. Hope you're all keeping well. Shinra, great to have you all back again. A belligerent laundry hamper says, yes, indeed. Probably a real nasty character behind the camera. No doubt about it. That is a mullet. If you know of anyone with a better mullet, do let me know in the comments, please. But it's going to be hard to beat that. That's probably top tier mullet. Kevin from Galway. Kevin, who's Kevin from Galway? Ellen, life is mad, isn't it? Are you talking about Funhouse, or are you talking about life in general? Because you'd be right on both sides. When Funhouse was out, by the way, I've kind of done a segue away from Jim McDonald. We'll get back to Jim in a minute, but it's roughly in and around the same time. And maybe in some ways, you can't have Jim McDonald without the Funhouse. You can't have the Funhouse without Jim. They're the yin and yang of each other. Like, if you've got too much Jim McDonald getting thick in prison, it'd put you nearly in bad form, and you need a fella like the Funhouse man to take the edge off. And it was one of those shows that was easy to watch, and you felt good watching it. Like, there was nothing bad was going to happen during Funhouse. Just like Gladiators. I'm not talking about the Russell Crowe movie. I'm talking about the TV show where there was some tough guy who go, "Gladiators ready, contestants ready, 3, 2." Basically, Gladiators was another TV show in and around the time of Funhouse, I think. You always derail these streams with my shite. Not at all. No, we can go all over the shop. I have ADHD anyway, so it doesn't matter. Gladiators was around 1992, and it was full of amazing contestants. There was one called Wolf. Wolf, was it? Or Wolverine or something? Wolf. There. Look at this fella. Like, imagine you get a knock at the door, and this fella was there, and he was trying to sell you something. Would you buy it off him? There's Wolf. There was another fella called, I think there was a fella called Jet. Was it Jet or? Oh yes, Jet. This is probably my first crush. Was Jet. Oh God, that takes me back. Jesus Christ, we used to watch this show religiously. The whole family would get together, sit down, and just watch endless episodes of Gladiators. Funhouse was really more for the kids, but Gladiators was a family show, and I think they brought it back. But let me see. Steroids. Oh yeah, no, it was riddled with steroids. Everybody was on steroids in that show. Even the referee was on steroids. But the odd time you'd get some random tough dude from the street who'd come in and he'd batter everyone.
The toughest game show on earth is back. Welcome to Gladiators.
Is it just me, or does it not have the same shine as it used to? But I suppose you could say that about fucking me. You could say that about anything, really, couldn't you? Gladiators, old school, 90s, would say. It's something about, maybe because there was an innocence to the 90s. Look at this, though. Does this not get you all worked up? The jousting on the elevator platform. Yeah. Unbelievable. The balls of truth.
Hang on in there for another 12 seconds. You'll pick up 5 points.
Oh yeah, the wall. That was a tough wall.
To get you.
Well, the girls are all set to swing their thing. Here we have the Flame, and meet for the first time Lightning. She's an accomplished gymnast. 23 gold medals to her name, and her bodybuilding wins include the EFBB.
Who else did I fancy? I fancied Lightning in a big way because she looked like one of my neighbours. I used to have a neighbour who looked just like Lightning, and equally as big biceps, 12-inch biceps, thighs 22 inches, so you're talking twice the size of the bicep. Weight 9 stone 7 pounds, height 5'7", an absolute rocket of a woman, and Lightning was definitely up there. Pamela Anderson, we've talked about it before. She was also a crush, but I don't think she was on this. She was on Baywatch, obviously, but I don't know, did she appear on this show? She might have done an old cameo role. Yeah, I was absolutely spoiled to have a neighbour like that.
British Championships. Swinging up against our gladiators, Nikki
Yeah.
Borden.
They're all juiced up to the gills as well.
She teaches from 3-year-olds
What is
upwards,
this shit?
and we see she can certainly fling, but
What's
can
this
she swing?
shit?
Contenders
Ready.
Gladiators ready.
She pulled the tar off the road.
It's swing shot, 60 seconds of mid-air suspense. Swing out
Okay, that's a good
sisters,
game.
yellow
Yeah,
there.
that looks really enjoyable.
It's a yellow as well. It's back to the towers, pop them in the baskets, and a point each.
How do we end up here from Jim McDonald?
Nikki up, she gets a blow.
We'll go back to Jim. I think there's a bit more juice in Jimmy,
Up she
but
goes.
they need to bring it back, and they need to bring back all of the old contestants, but just fill them with steroids and see how they get on. Robot War is a great show as well. Absolutely love that show, Robot Wars. There used to be this show as well. Does anyone remember this show? It was basically the Little Big People. Does anyone remember that show? Nobody knows what I'm talking about when I say that. The Little Big People, I think it was called. Little People, Big World. Maybe that was it, no? It was like the small, or what was it? It was like people who, they were like shrunk down to that size, but there was like big, regular sized people walking around, but they were shrunk down to like a couple of inches. And it used to be on Land of the Giants. Is that what it is? If you're right, Jesus Christ, this is going to send me into an absolute tailspin. I think this was it, yeah. Land of the Giants. Is this it? Could well be. Could well be, but I don't really see much in the way of like I think this is it. Let me just check in a little episode here to see. But if this is the show where I'm thinking of, then this is going to bring me back. There could be tears here. Okay, let's see. Land of the Giant. Scene. Let's see. Let's have a little look at this here.
Stay tuned for some exciting scenes from next week's show.
Ice Warriors. I've never seen Ice Warriors. Don't even know what it's about. Your mother loved it, Maxwell. Get her on the phone. Tell her I want to chat to her. She was a big fan of Land of the Giants. Did she? What else would she have liked then around that time? There was another show right on before it. What's it called again? Around the World, I think it was called. Fucking nuisance if you're that height, wouldn't it? Like everything, literally everything that we take for granted would be tough work. Just getting out of bed in the morning would be tough. Getting up to get your toothbrush would be tough. On the bright side, going for dinner you wouldn't even need that much to feed you. Around the Twist was a great TV show as well. Yeah, I remember Around the Twist. Have you ever felt like this when strange things happen when you're going around the twist? I specifically remember some episodes of that show still. Like there was one where the smelly socks. Reg Cooper, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Cheers. Merci beaucoup. Thanks for coming in and joining us. Around the Twist. Jesus, that was a great one. I'll never forget it. There was one episode where there's fucking mullets in this one, alright, yeah. Look at this fella. We'll get onto that now in a second. What the hell is that yoke? Caught him right in the... Where'd you catch him? Yeah, this was the tense part. Like, as a kid, this was big news. Could we go back and take a look at that huge hand? Let's just scroll back a bit here. I didn't see any hand there. Okay, so... Look at this yoke. He's just terrorizing them. That's the thing. If you were that size, even a field mouse would be on top of you. Like the cat that you love would have you in ribbons. So never mind what, I don't know what this is. What is this thing? What is it? Is it a fucking mink or what is it? It's a class of a cat. Village of the Giants. That sounds familiar. Let me see over here. Village of the Giants. Big mouse like Screech.
If we pull it too far, it'll lock and won't fire.
Okay, let's see. There's a hand here somewhere that I'm looking for. When they're cornered. Do I need to go back further? Look at this yoke. How come it sounds like a tiger? I'd say that was great fun to make. Caught him right in the fucking clock. Caught him right in the clock. Am I missing something there? Maybe there's too much light in my face. Anyways, suffice to say the old rat or the gopher or whatever it is got torn to shreds and he went bye-byes. Thanks to everybody for joining in on the fucking stream here tonight. There's another show there that got mentioned there in the comments. What the hell was it there now? I just want to go back and check. We'll check it. No, I need to go back to Jim McDonald anyway, but we'll go for Around the Twist. This is a great TV show. I think it was an Australian TV show. I could be wrong. Around the Twist. Here's the intro and outro music to make everyone a bit nostalgic. If you're into this sort of thing, if you're not, tell me. Australian, yeah. It gave me the creeps, this show. I don't know what it was. When strange things happen around the fucking Twish, man. Did you ever have too many pints? Yeah, the father was a bit of a fruitcake. Look at him. This guy here he was a bit nuts. He definitely needed help. I didn't go to Oasis. No, I didn't, Ellen. No, I was not that tempted to go. Like, to pay $4.20 for tickets, I wasn't. I don't think it was worth $4.20, but like, it looked like a great time. But I wouldn't. I'd have to be steamed there, you know. That's the only way I feel comfortable in crowds for some reason. I'd have to get steamed. So, no, I didn't bother going. Ellen, did you go? How are you, D? How are you getting on? Good mystery show for kids at that time. Remember Erie, Indiana? No, I don't remember that. You'll wait for Oasis to come to you. Too right. Actually, they spent a lot of time in Charlestown, so hopefully they're going to come back. But just not to go off on a side note there about Oasis. Around the time this show was on TV, which was, let me see, around the twist, we had neighbours that came to the village that I'm from. English people. Maybe 4 of them. And the first sighting I ever had of them was they were down at the river. 2 of the girls were down the river playing. And myself and my brother were in the garden playing football. And they were shouting up at us. They're going, hey. And we were like shouting down at them going, get away from the river. Just, you know, as kids kind of messing. And then one day they came over to the house with their parents. And the parents said to my parents, our daughters would like to invite your sons over to the house to have some dinner. So my parents were like, yeah, no worries. Good luck. And then we went over to the house and they had one of those machines, like a fruit machine, you'd call it. They had one of them in the house. So you could put in £2 and you could pull it. And then you could just take out the £2, put it back in again and pull it. And it was good fun for about an hour, I suppose. But we had a great time with these people. But anyways, they ended up leaving all of their stuff in the house because they said, we're going to England for a while, but we're going to be back in a few months. But they never came back. So then they said, you can just, whatever's there, you can have it. So we went through all of their stuff, myself and their brother, and we found some snooker balls, and we thought, brilliant, there's got to be a snooker table in here. But there wasn't. So that was a bit of a letdown. But there was a softcore pornographic magazine. Now, nothing too crazy, but it was enough in the 90s, in the late 90s, I would have said. When would it be? I suppose maybe I was 14 or 15, so definitely was big news back then. But yeah, they never came back anyways to Ireland. But it was around the same time that Round the Twist was on TV, I think, because I think we watched an episode of it. Here's a story that goes nowhere. Sorry. How is everyone getting on anyway? Laundry hamper, whirling derfish. What the hell is that? Whirling derfish. Is that a TV show? Oh, that's one of the episodes. Look at this. Look at that for a thumbnail. Poor old bastard must have swallowed a fish. What was the show with the Irish girl and the Australian guy with the portal? I don't know what you're talking about, but it does ring some sort of bell. If anyone knows what that is, please let me know. The English love their fruit machines. By God, they do. They love their fruit machines and their poker machines and all that stuff. You might find it too rowdy or overwhelming, Ellen. I'm the same. Yeah, you'd have to get steamed, you know, I suppose. But if you can get away without getting steamed, then power to you. What's the story with all the Brits moving to Mayo back then? There's plenty of English living in Mayo again. It's probably got something to do with a lot of them having Irish connections, or maybe the airport there as well. There's a lot of peace to be had in the west of Ireland too, you know. The rain, I think they like the rain actually, would you believe? That's what I've heard a few of them say to me. They actually like the rain, which is unusual. One of those Owl Playgirl magazines was, yeah, it was very much it was a softcore magazine, but it was big news. People hadn't seen anything quite like it. So the magazine I'm talking about that the English people left in this actual room. So all the stuff that they left was packed into this room. and myself and my brother were like two rats going through it, just tearing bin bags apart. And when I got the magazine, I remember my father, he had a car that he wasn't using anymore, so he just parked it down in the corner of the field, and I had it in that field under the seat. And then I was going to school one day, and I brought it into school, and one of the older kids goes, "Give me that." And then he went around the school and he stuck it on he didn't stick it everywhere, like, but he stuck it on a few different corridor doors, if that makes sense. So like doorways that go between, different parts of the school. And then the principal found out that there was a porno magazine floating around the school, and he says, "Whoever brought that into school today has to come to my office." And I didn't bother going, because at that point so many people had used the magazine or seen it that it wasn't really my fault anyway. So I'm giving myself a clean slate, a good bill of health there. Connor Kelly, how are you doing, buddy? Hope you're keeping well. Hope all is good. Film buff Turk, Mayo is a lovely place to move to, don't get me wrong. Just an interesting concentration of English look. Yes. Yeah, they're, I suppose, I don't know, they're kind of like retirees mostly, looking for a place to chill and hang out and kind of the quiet life, so to speak. Static Foreign Exchange is the name of the Australian show. Ellen, you'd love if all the ancestors' descendants came back to Mayo, is it, or where? Foreign Exchange. Oh no, we'll go back to Jim McDonald. Look at me. Look, I'm looking at some fucking child with a fish in his mouth. Thank you very much to everybody for joining the stream anyways. We originally were meant to be looking at Jim. Then we got onto Funhouse. And we ended up going off on a complete tangent. Jim McDonald, best scenes. We'll watch one scene with Jim McDonald here now. Thank you everybody, by the way, for joining the stream. This is a feisty one.
No, Amy, let's just stay here and tell these people the truth for once, shall we?
I don't know what you're talking
I'm
about.
talking about these lies you've been spreading about me.
You're saying I'm not having your baby. You're saying you didn't sleep with me. You're saying you didn't tell me to have an abortion.
Whoa, that's enough of that. Carry on. What's going on here?
He's threatening her.
No, I'm not threatening anybody. All I want is for her to admit to all this rubbish she's been speaking about me.
Oh, it's lovely tea.
Fair play to you, son. Well, there's a time and a place, you understand?
Oh, right, so it's okay for her to spread this ball, but I don't get a chance to answer back. Is that it?
Yes, that's exactly it. We have a wedding going on.
There is Les Battersby's wife. He was another proper naughty bastard. What the hell was her name again? I forget. And this guy was a mechanic.
And here. So I suggest you get in your bike.
Listen.
Come on, off in your fucking bike there,
She
Dave.
hasn't got anything to do with you. Right? So why don't you keep your nose out of it?
Headbutt coming in.
me?
Headbutt on the way.
I say
Janice.
This is between me and the crazy woman.
Yeah, Janice is...
No. That's where you're wrong. It's now
I like
become
Janice.
about you and me. So I suggest you leave nice and quietly before I sling you out. You get my drift?
Go on, let's have it. Go on then.
Come on,
What?
out.
Hey,
Don't fucking
Dad, let's
touch
go.
me, mate.
Do you know that is very good advice, and I suggest you take it right now.
Deb, we can sort this out later.
What do you mean by that? Dave with a cheeky
but
little
I'm warning
grin.
you.
Look at the cheeky little grin on Dave. Look at him. He knows exactly. He's like, I could have you right now, Jim.
Okay. But I'm warning you. Either this stops or you hear from my solicitors.
Come on, let's go.
Out the fuck now. Go on. Lad, out the fuck. Everyone just go straight back to the points. Okay. We'll take a look at this one. This is Liz.
Killing me nerves.
Backstreet Conversations.
Does it?
Doesn't it? See, some habits are very hard to kick, so they are.
You'd be surprised.
Quality shite,
Especially
isn't
on
it?
the bad for you.
Well, come on, listen.
Here we go now. This is going to kick off.
You and I have made a lot of mistakes over the years. But underneath it all, nothing's changed between us. You're still the wee girl I married.
Jim, I don't want this.
I think Jim looks better with the tash.
Be the same thing. I don't think so. You were following your heart,
I see.
and now you're following your head because you think it's too bloody late to
Oh, here
cancel
you
this
go.
ridiculous
This is
wedding.
it.
Stupid! You see, you're not listening to me, Vernon. Do you think for 1 minute I'm going to let you take my wife away from me? No chance! She loves me, not you. You stupid!
Jesus. I wonder he went to fucking prison. There's the son, Steve. Chill out, mate.
Stephen, no! You want her to marry that no more? It's her life! No!
Comedy of sound effects. Yeah.
Sorry, just help him get him inside, will you? Come on. Sorry, just help him get him inside, will you? Come on.
This guy's fucked. Look at the hand. Guide me back into the pub. Please.
Just
I need
go,
guidance.
you! You're gonna make a terrible mistake, Elizabeth. Please! Stephen, I'm only doing this. Oh, forget it! I swallowed your sob story up line and flaming sinker! No. I gave you a job, I gave you money, I rolled out the red carpet for you, all because I thought you wanted to change. Because you wanted to be a granddad for Amy. I do, no, you don't. What I do. No, you don't! It was all about this! You promised me you'd leave him alone, but you couldn't.
Spitting all over him. Imagine him just spitting all over him there, delivering them lines. Jim is like, right, just pull it back a touch there. And Liz is like, I'm not getting involved. Steve is just spitting all over his face.
Could you? You just couldn't let it go.
Jims, yeah, we need more Jims. The passion.
Just go, will you?
That sort of passionate rogue that hangs around is not quite as common as you might see anymore. A sort of wild man, so to speak. A bit like Richard Harris or Oliver Reed or one of those sort of characters. You don't really see them as much as you used to. Do you like them? Or are you happy that they're leaving? I don't know what that means. As in leaving, as in like you see less of them around the place. Jimmy was from Antrim. He was, I think, up that way. Yeah, I think he lives in Manchester now. He's got a farm with chickens. Jim McDonald Home House. I know that's not his real name, but I need to figure out where. Real name. We'll say. Okay, Jim McDonald, Charles Lawson, hometown. We're living in. I don't know really what I'm asking here. Charles Dawson lives in Cheshire. Yeah, it's a nice part of the country in there in England. With his third wife. Jesus Christ. He's had 3 women. He's worse than J-Lo. So anyways, that is Jim McDonald. We might get into a bit more of Jim later on, but I think it's very important that we step into a different realm now. A softer yet equally tough world of a lady called Liz McDonald, who was married to Jim in Canary Street. She was a fictional character, of course, from the British soap Canary Street, portrayed by Beverly Callard. She made her first appearance in 1989, around the same time as Jim, actually. She departed in 1998. Oh, she's gone a long time. Oh, she made a comeback, though. She made a comeback. So she was there for 10 years, left it, came back for a year, left it, came back for 8 years, left it, came back for 7 years. This is information that nobody's asking for, and I'll probably never be able to remember anyway. But she was a great woman. And again, one of the first ladies on TV that I thought, oh, I love that. You've got a few of his leather jackets, Shinra. Yeah, I used to have a couple of Jim like jackets in the house. The real like sort of pisshead going to the pub jackets, aren't they? More so like this brown one here, I would say. This one here is more like you bring it into the pub on the first. It fits you well on the first night, and then by the next time you wear it to the pub, it's a bit more dishevelled looking, and then 10 years later, and there's holes all over it, but it's got a lot more character. Baggy leather. Ellen, you like them wild. Who's your favourite wild man? Oliver Reed was a great man. I think he was, anyway. Sometimes you think back of your heroes and then you hear stuff about them. You're like, oh, right. But Oliver Reed was one of the greatest wild men there ever was. He died on the set of some movie. I forget the name of it. But basically what happened with him was he had a heart attack while he was wrestling. I think he was wrestling. I was going to say pirates, but you wouldn't be wrestling pirates. You'd be wrestling sailors. Wouldn't it? Hardly wrestling a pirate, would you? Let's have a look. Cause of death. Fuck. Cause of death. Heart attack, yes, but I don't think it was a sudden heart attack because he was wrestling. Okay, this is it here, look. If we can just get into this. Oliver Reed died of a heart attack in a bar after downing 3 bottles of Captain Morgan's Jamaica rum. That would do it. Anyway, 8 bottles of German beer. How does anyone know how many bottles he had? Numerous doubles of famous Grouse whiskey, which is strong enough on its own. I had a shot of that years ago when I was gone. Or was it a goose? Was it? Is there a goose? A wild goose whiskey? Wrestling Popeye. And Hennessy cognac and beating 5 much younger Royal Navy sailors at arm wrestling. His final bar bill was 270 Maltese lira, about $600. And let me see. It doesn't really say though. He died during the filming Gladiator. No, he died arm wrestling. That's what he did. But they're not really telling us here. Let's see. We skip on to fucking Reddit here. They might know. This was a picture taken of him not long before he went. You can just tell by looking at him. He's good crack. This looks very comfortable. They're on the set there of Funhouse, I think. He died of a heart attack on May the 2nd, 1999 in Valletta, Malta while filming. He collapsed in a pub after heavy drinking and arm wrestling sailors. His remaining scenes were completed using CGI and a body double, all from probably the back. That's it. He lived by the sword and he died by the sword. Malta. Yeah, there's a place I'd love to go to sometime. Anyone here ever been to Malta? Anyone in the comments ever been there? He died having a drinking competition with sailors in the pub, yeah. It's sort of like a legendary way to go out to, isn't it, in a way, but you would have loved to have got another 20 years out of him. And I'm not condoning the drink at all, but he used to come onto this TV show drunk, and it was kind of funny, but you mightn't think it's funny. We'll have a look.
Ladies and gentlemen, Oliver Reed.
But this is how he came on. I apologise if that been very bad quality, but he did not give a shit, which is something that is commendable. Like, look at him there. I know that's so pixelated, but let me see if I can get a better video of that. Very articulate man though as well. Like, it's not like he didn't know what he was saying. Like, he could talk in circles. Look at him here. What is the Maltese falcon? Is that a type of bird, is it? I'd say it was more than orange that he had in the jug. I'd say it was orange and vodka. And you know, it's probably wasn't even a jug. It was like a vase, I think he was drinking out of. Shaman sleeps. You been to Malta, aye? Top spot, hey. Cheap Airbnb and loads of history, archaeology. Not many trees are green though. Highly recommended for an autumn holiday. Is there not many trees because is it a windy spot, or is it too dry for the trees, or what's going on there? Maltese falcon. LTE falcon. Oh, I thought it was a type of bird. Excuse me. Geez, this is a movie I've never seen. Let's have a look at the trailer, and it might be one to put on the list.
This is Samuel Spade. Now, what can I do for you, Mr. Cairo?
I'm trying to recover ornament that, shall we say, has been mislaid.
What the hell was that yoke he was sucking on? Was that a vape?
Shall we say, has been mislaid.
You're not hiring me to do any murder.
Maltese falcon's like reverse doggy style. I was thinking the same thing. It's like a sex move.
There's a girl wants to see you. Mr. Spade told me about your offer for the Falcon.
After what happened to Floyd, I'm afraid to touch it except to turn it over to somebody else.
What exactly did happen to Floyd?
What exactly happened to Mr. Floyd?
Any
Spooky enough movie.
How much money can be got for that blackbird?
I know the value in human life you people put on it. Hey, what's this bird, this falcon that everybody's all steamed up about?
Claire McLaughlin, how are you getting on? You went to your honeymoon to Malta, small little island. What did you get up to on the honeymoon? Anything nice? Anything fun? Was it recently? What's the weather like out there? Tell me everything. We all want to know. Thanks for joining us as well, by the way. The Maltese falcon, I will definitely check that out. I'm going to save it. I don't know how to. I don't know how to save it, but anyway, it'll be in my search history there. Thank you for the recommendation. I will be checking that out. I wanted to slightly divert there, folks, to. We'll go back to Liz in a little bit, but we'll check out Malta because I've always wanted to go there, and I'm trying to stay away from the topic of food tonight because I know I'm always going on about food, and I'm a demon for the grub. All right, so just below Sicily. Okay. Yes, okay, but actually, it's actually lower than Africa, so you're getting probably all sorts of dry temperatures there. And then you've got the Italian mafia, so it's got the connections. It's a bit of a gateway island over to Tripoli and Tunisia and Tunis and Algeria and all those spots. Do they speak Italian there, or what language do they speak? Let me see. Taking pictures, TV job. I hear it's lovely, but the buildings are crumbling. Yeah. Bit like, where's that place in Italy? Is it Venice? When I went there, I found a fiver on the ground, and I was delighted to find it. But it's a lovely spot, but a lot of the places they're kind of falling apart because I suppose there's so much tourism. You know where I was years and years ago in Cyprus? Lovely spot. Lovely, lovely part of the world. You have Ayia Napa, which is where a lot of Irish people go to for their holidays, and Paphos is another spot. But where did we go? We went up there somewhere, maybe. Forget where we went, but anyway, lovely food, and that's all I have to say about that. At the time, didn't even realise how close we were to Lebanon, the land of milk and honey. The land of honey. But be nice to go around that area to see what's going on. Just to see what kind of culture is going on there. Up to Turkey, then head into Istanbul again, and then Greece would be another nice spot to go to. What's your favourite place in the world to visit, folks? They speak a very strange English in Malta. I think Maltese is a mix of Italian and English. I could well believe it. Greece 2000. What about Maniac 2000? I want to check the microphone. Brian M. on Yazoo, Moju, or Avonmore protein milk. Has to be the Avonmore. Has to be the Avonmore. The Yazoo's got a bit too much chocolate in it. The Moju I found to be not high quality chocolate milk. But the Avonmore milk, now that's a chocolate milk, a protein milk I can get behind. I actually take, I said this before, I take creatine at the minute, trying to bulk. There's none in that. You went to Christmas time, lots of Ed Sheeran covers on the square. Valletta is the main city with a big Christmas market, lots of Steins. Oh yes, the German beers, I think. Not a party city, though more like a quiet, tiny spot. Lovely. Jesus, you've sold me on that one anyways. It sounds lovely. I was going to say it sounds delicious, but I don't know why I would say that. Christmas markets are a big thing. The Germans love a good Christmas market. And so do the English, actually, now that I think about it. For some reason, they're big into their Christmas markets. But it's lovely to walk around with a nice jacket on you and an old chocolate, a cup of cocoa chocolate, and walk around the markets and look at all of the overpriced stuff that you'll never fucking buy. Mongolia, Ellen. Yes, Mongolia, the land of, I believe, Genghis Khan and the horses. They reckon that 3/4 of the people on the planet can trace ancestry back to good old Genghis, but I don't know if that's true or not. I might have just made that up right now. Mongolia, yeah, definitely. It's stuck there right between Russia and China, cradling the two of them, trying to keep them back from each other, but also a welcoming spot. I believe it's a very welcoming spot. I met a Mongolian before in Limerick. He served me a egg Benedict, and it was lovely. So, what was going to say to you? He was a lovely fella. What's your weight at the minute? My weight at the minute is 79 kg. Now, I met a fella the other day, and he was same height as me, and he was 69 kg. So we went swimming. This is just like, not like one after the other, but we went swimming, and he was in good shape, and I'm carrying a bit of timber. So I thought maybe I'll get myself down to 75 kg. You see, I need to plan this stuff. I just go by the skin of my teeth sometimes, and I probably should make a bit of a fitness plan. But I did do a long run today. But if I get a chance to go to somewhere like Malta, all that will be off the table, and I'll be, you know, when you go somewhere like Malta or anywhere at all, if you get to go away, it's good to just let loose, fancy free, and just enjoy yourself and eat all around you. Nothing worse than when you go away somewhere and you can't get stuck into the grub. I was here not long ago in Gran Canaries, and it was a lovely place. This one here. Two different versions of the island I had when I was younger. I went with my friends. We had a great time, but it was real party stuff. It was mental. But I went then recently with the missus, and it was a completely different beast. A much more quiet version of how it was the first time. And it's nice to have the quiet times too. Puerta de la Cruz, it was called. No side effects, Red Armchair, from the Cretin, just as of yet, actually. If anything, it's the side effects is that it's given me a lot of energy and helping me recover quicker. And that's about it. I bought a cheap old thing of creatine in Mr. Price, so whether it's good or not, I do not know. Well, if it isn't Woody Harrelson's love child, Sean O'Sullivan, consider yourself blocked for life. You're gone. You're gone. You're going to be blocked. Congratulations, you're going to be blocked. Anyways, went to Puerto de la Cruz there a good while ago, and it's a lovely spot there if you're ever looking to go to a place. I think I was telling you before, I did, paragliding there. But there was an issue with, wasn't an issue with the paragliding, although there was a storm coming in. There was an issue with some of the beaches. Apparently, they had built a hotel without doing proper plumbing work, and so all the pipes, all the like the grey water or whatever, was pouring into the beaches. So a lot of the locals were protesting, and they were saying stuff like no tourism and all that stuff. So I was, even though like there was no issues with the locals, they seemed to enjoy the people, but I don't know where I'm going with that story. Let me see now what the people are saying. Any stories from doing the video with the Johnnies? I assume, or I presume, I hope you're talking about the two Johnnies. Let me see. I drove to Care, where they're living in Tipperary, and I did that. The podcast, is that the one you're talking about? Or no, you're talking about the music video, is it? I forget the name of the town we went to, but it was this very old heritage town in Ireland. I forget the name of it, but it was a lovely spot, yeah. And basically I was tied to the back of a trailer, and I had to drive around the town pretending to be hungover, and it was a cold day, but it wasn't so cold. That was pretty much it, you know. But like having to pretend you're hungover, and then there's people driving past going to like their jobs or whatever, and I'm like, sorry lads, but it's a good time. Good time. The two, I'll say it now, and I'll say it again. The two Johnnies are sound chickens. Jiggy McHugh, did I get the air fryer situation sorted? Would you believe a friend of mine gave me his air fryer? So we have one. It's not quite as big as the last one. The bucket is a small bit smaller, but it does exactly the same job, and it's a Ninja. What more would you want? Flexibility. Shinra, you're looking for a bit of flexibility. I can understand that though, yeah. Oh, okay, sorry, and the all fitness. I thought you meant life in general, which is what we're all after, really. Start doing Pilates. That's the thing to get into. I need to do it more myself because I keep telling people, get into Pilates. And then I never do it myself. I did it for like 2 weeks once. And I thought I was great. And then I was like, everyone, I'm doing Pilates. Just doing it. The worst thing is when you tell somebody you're doing something and then you sort of run out of steam and you stop doing it. And then 6 months later, they're like, how is that going for you? And you're like, yeah, I just have to, stop. I don't do it now because, and you have to think of an excuse straight away. So I need to stop telling people about Pilates, but I do highly recommend it. It's just that I probably have ADHD, so I don't really stick to stuff like Pilates. But the fella that created it, Joseph Pilates, he broke his back once. And they said he'd never walk again, and he did because of Pilates. Another story that went nowhere. Let me see what's going on here now. Roger Smith's Angela Lansbury workout videos. Let's have a look at those. Roger Smith, Angela Lansbury. Right, let's have a little gawk. Let's have a little gawk at this. Roger Smith, Angela Lansbury. Fitness videos. There was a fella as well in the 90s. No, she did not have a fitness video, did she? Angela Lansbury from Murder, She Wrote. Positive moves. No, you're joking me. Look at this.
I take these few moments to focus on the day ahead.
Bit of Tai Chi for you.
Each demand that will present itself in the coming day, and I visualize myself meeting it easily and well. I remind myself.
Imagine you call into the house. Angie, are you there? She's in the bath, or she's doing this in the living room. You're like, Angie, hello.
About each demand that will present itself in the coming day, and I
look at her on the bike, not even looking where she's going.
And I visualize
Funky Sloth, how are you doing?
Meeting it easily and well. I remind myself that I'm going to try to live each moment with a sense of peace, harmony, and calm. After all, it is the dawn of a new day, and anything is possible.
Okay, Jesus. Cameraman got a bit confident there. I mean, it's fair enough as well. Like, if you look, like where is she there? Where's that place? Is that a bed or what is it? She has the space to be that comfortable and power to her. So yeah, Jesus, that could be something to watch. I might check that out tomorrow. Now, what was your man called? Was it Mr. Motivator? He was a great fitness guy. Mr. Motivator. He was like a 90s fella. He was fairly nuts too. He used to wear spandex.
Ready for this? Ow! Here we go, both. Push it up.
Angela Lansbury's after you.
Now let's check
She's gonna
posture
do
again.
ya.
Knees over the toes. Make
Angela
it
wants
nice
to call
and
into you.
simple. Nothing complicated, all right? Taking up and down. Good. We want to do biceps here at the moment. Just warming up the front of those arms, all right? Now bring it up. You don't have to make a fist if you don't want. You can just keep your hands out, but it's okay if it's up to here.
I was always curious about the bum bag and what he had in it and
now
what he
push
was.
up to the ceiling.
What was his intentions with it?
Get up. Exercise is good
Jeez, that's a
for
bit
you.
weird. It is, yeah.
Don't take my
Everything
word
was a
for
bit
it.
weird back then,
Try
though.
it. Let's go up and down. Okay, he's nicely protected.
Like, this fella does not need to be wearing those so tight, but at the same time,
Slow down later. You're gonna have to check
power
out
to
the
him.
rest of this exercise.
This is what would be on in the morning time. Before I went to school, this is what would be on my mind, this fella.
What have you got to do?
These fitness workouts.
Get up and down.
Looks like the clobber you buy in Aldi. You know the way you can get Aldi tracksuits.
Fill those lungs with air. Come on, it makes you feel good. Step behind. It's a lot to remember, I know. But if you
Yeah.
stick with me, guys, you'll do it right.
It wouldn't do too much for this, but it's like aerobics, I suppose.
Now push up to the ceiling.
What was the other one?
That's good, you're doing
This is
well.
the great one for you folks.
Good.
P90X.
Now rise. Hands on the waist. Good. Come on, work it.
This is a bit too intense. P90X. Yeah, I don't know if this is the one. Let's see.
Is that you've got to bring it. Hand on stool. Or anything else? Couch, chair, sister, brother, uncle. That's a short uncle right there. I hate it, but I love it. Plain and sister, brother, uncle. That's a short uncle right there. I hate it, but I love it. Plain and simple, this is the X in P90X.
That guy is 100% on steroids or something. You can just tell that just the energy he has, it's got to be something that he sniffed right before starting.
Ready? 'Cause it's coming.
Did you enjoy Fatal Deviation, Shinra? Tell me what you think about it.
Don't smash your face. Bring it. 7 P90.
Yeah, it's tough. I tried it once and honestly I nearly lost the load. Never again. A friend of mine got into it and it was unbelievable, the shape he got in. The shape this fella got in was just... He did P90X, he downloaded the package, or he bought whatever the package was. It was like a 10-week training program. He was getting in shape for a girl that he met on the internet who was coming to see him in Ireland. Previous to her coming, he was like anyone, like myself. You know, didn't care too much about the fitness, didn't care too much about the diet. He'd have a bit of a takeaway during the week, a few cans here or there. You know, and you know, he was kind of getting a bit stout. Nothing wrong with it. He heard your one was coming. He got P90X. He downloaded the whole thing. He did it every single day. I'd hear him in the kitchen just fucking sweating all over the tiles. And he asked me to help to join him one time, and I joined him, and I did it once, and I could barely walk. Slipped on the tiles, nearly shit myself, and I said, I'm never doing that again. How are you, Liam Murphy? How are you getting on? Great to have you with us. Shinra, it's a great film. It's like Legend of Zelda or the Final Fantasy, but Irish. It's like My Fantasy. Yeah, it's something very about Fatal Deviation, if you haven't seen it. If there's something very sort of... What's the word I'm looking for here? What's the word I'm looking for? Something very, like, spiritual about it. I know what I'm talking about, man. The yoga's really tough, yeah. I never really fully got into the yoga, but I did hot yoga once. It's tough. Where are you doing yoga, funny sloth? This is the X now, look. Esoteric is the word. That's exactly it, Shonin. Yes, esoteric. It's more like a cerebral. Maybe it's not cerebral. Maybe it's esoteric. The gun show. He's definitely cheating on his wife, this fella. 100%.
There's my booms. Bam. 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 I love bam. Bring on the bam.
Tony Horton. I think it's a different fella that make then. Oh no, that's who makes the coffee. Tim Horton. Tony Horton. Now we'll say. I'd say he's still in powerful shape. If I know Tony like I know him. Let's see how he looks now. That's not him, is it? Jesus Christ. Yeah, he's still in powerful shape. Nothing wrong with that now. Although, would he be too lean? Would he be a bit too fucking lean? There'd be no enjoyment in that life either, you know, when you get to that stage. Tim Burton. No, it's not Tim Burton, is it? Tim Burton. Tim Burton. Tim Horton coffee, yeah. Tim Horton used to be an NFL player, I believe, and I think he had a crazy life. He died in a very strange way. Tim Horton death. Sorry, this is me jumping from one thing to the next. But yeah, he was an ex-NFL player and he died car crash, 1974. Okay, that's not crazy, but it's still... there was something that happened anyways, I think. Twice the legal blood alcohol level. Police would not state whether he was intoxicated or not. His autopsy was made public. Anyway, that's your man from Tim Hortons. Coffee's the coffee that everyone enjoys. We're going to check out some more. The Jack LaLanne way. This is another fitness craze. This is Jack LaLanne. Sorry, Lee. These are all new names to me, so I'll be checking these out even more tomorrow. But for me, the thing about these fitness things is that I can't. And now here is the man when I try something, I'll try it for 3 days and I'll be all into it, and then I just won't keep doing it. Just stop.
Show you how to feel better.
Look at the shape of this booking. Look at this.
Please keep your dial right where it is because I want to become real good friends with you.
Okay.
You know, there has been so much talk of late about the importance of exercise, the importance of better nutrition, the importance of positive thinking. All of these things we are going to learn together. I like to consider myself as your personal physical instructor.
Charles Atlas resistance stuff. Yes, could be right in that one. And then you can do without the old, without paying the gym master is great. You know, if you can. The kettlebell though is a great device to have in your repertoire. Anyways, we're going to check out what this fella's talking about. Handy enough. Ah, yeah, I can do that, yeah. Oh, no way. You're telling me that Louis Theroux met this fella, did he?
We're just going to take it easy, just like climbing upstairs. One day we take one step at a time. 1 step, 2 steps, 3 steps, 4 steps.
Little ballet shoes on him, yeah. Tiny little toes and a big man's body. What type of shoes is he wearing there? They look like they don't really look like they're fitness shoes.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3. That's it. 2, 3, 1, 2.
Is he the fella that was on the Louis Theroux show then? Jeez, that's crazy. Big man, little feet. Tiny feet, big heart. He's wearing woman's shoes. You're dead right there, armchair supporter. Couldn't have said it better myself. Let me see.
Tell you about our little terminology that we have. This is the front porch, this is the side porch, and this is the back porch.
Right, okay, well, let's see. Jacqueline Lan, and we'll find out straight away if this is the fella that was on the Louis Theroux. What annoys me, by the way, just as a little side note, what annoys me about Louis Theroux and Louis C.K. is that they spell their names differently, I think, and yet they're pronounced the same. One of them is Louis. I don't think it's this fella. I could be wrong, but... And also, folks, if you're looking for something to watch the next couple of days, and I'm sure you've all seen it, the Louis Theroux documentaries, the Wild Weekends ones, just the best stuff ever. This is the best stuff I think that's ever been on telly. The Louis Theroux Wild Weekends. Jimmy, let me see. It's not Jim, it's Jimmy Savile. Hopefully it's not Jimmy Savile. Jimmy, let me see. What's Jimmy's surname? We'll stick in Jimmy and see what comes up. Not Jimmy Savile, he's a dirty bastard. Don't want to give that fucker any clicks. E-H, let me see now. No, not that one. Okay, that's not what I'm looking for. Let's get away from that for a second. Louis Theroux and the Alien Contact. That's got to be one of the best ones. There's a friend of mine, we watch this religiously. Whenever I go to Dublin, we watch this fella. He's like an old lad that sits in the corner and he goes, "This is Saigon," and he starts channeling aliens. And Louis Theroux's in the room with a fella who used to be a porn actor and a fella who I think used to be a Santa Claus impersonator. It's just a crazy episode, but what was that called again? Alien Contact guy, I think. This guy here, look.
As a Christmas gift, Reverend Short has offered to use his body as a vessel for his alien friend, Corton.
Right.
We were going to have you over here. Is that okay?
No, I have to be sitting in the southeast, Lewis, always.
Corton will share with us the benefit of his extraterrestrial wisdom. Focus.
Okay.
You should not be wearing white pants if he's doing that. Like, if you look at him there, he looks like an Irish owl lad you might see sitting around a fireplace, but as you'll see now, he's very different.
Central Control. This is Central Control. Stand by.
Clearly just doing it for the cash.
Central Control, this is Addy. Control. This is Addy. On behalf of the Honorable Corton Representative,
Calvin Doyle, how are you getting on, buddy? How is everyone doing in Limerick?
in this time period. Let us begin with the individual who's to the left forefront of the instrument.
You.
That's
I am JJ.
Within the next 4 to 6 of your Earth months, there will be a dramatic change in your life act.
This is the thing about this video that myself and my friend noticed, is that he keeps going and that's to buy himself time so that he's got enough time to think of some new crazy shit.
In your life activity, so that it would give you a more rounded character to pursue, modeled after another individual, and this one has the initials MJF. Is that known to you?
You think Michael J. Fox? MJF.
Oh yeah, I guess.
You do like Michael J. Fox.
There's the wife too, very much complicit in the whole thing. They're wearing the same colours. I don't know if these people believe what they're saying is true or they're just doing it for the cash.
Yeah. It would be safe for profession to
go straight.
Right.
Do legitimate movies.
Very well.
Another question, mate.
I'll pass.
Rolling a few oars to buy time, exactly. Just trying to gather up a few extra seconds to...
It is thus termed miracles because it seemingly applies to each individual differently, but brings very succinct enlightenment, erudition.
Mike, what was that? I didn't even understand that one. Did you?
Yeah, you're saying that the course brings enlightenment to.
That is correct.
Corton, are you satanic?
We are only committed to that which is Almighty God, Father of lights.
Oh, I think my stream has been blocked because it's detected that I am watching some video content, so maybe I need to cut back on this sort of stuff. Can you guys still see me there? Is this still? Am I still working here, guys? Yeah, that's a shame. Fucking, that's a pain in the hole. That's a pain. That's a fucking more info. Okay. Ah, that's a shame. Alright guys, I've been silenced. I've been silenced by the beans. I'm a truth seeker, am I? Shame that. This is... Oh, brilliant. My stream is back. Okay, cool. My stream is back, folks. I thought that I was gone forever, but it seems I'm back. Brilliant. Great stuff. Lovely. Okay. That's a blessing and a curse all wrapped in a bundle. I guess I was showing too much video content, but that brought me back there to the good old times of Louis Theroux. Jesus Christ, he's so good. I love Louis. Louis Theroux's Long Weekends is another great one. I'm not probably going to watch any more stuff tonight because if I lose this page, I lose everything. To Louis fucking. Sorry, what am I typing in here? Louis Long Weekends, is it? There's a Vegas one, and he goes to Vegas and he's gambling with absolute lunatics. Louis Theroux. Let me see. Has anyone seen this episode? I'm sure you have. There's a couple of boys he goes to a casino with. Maybe I can play a bit of it, no? Yeah, maybe if I can just skip along. So he goes to a casino in Vegas, gambles with a few full-time lunatics. And there's one lad in particular who, not this guy here, but another fella, not this guy, they give him the penthouse. Here, this is the fella here. They give him the penthouse and he thinks it's a great deal. And this is obviously a very smart fella, but like, he ends up gambling loads of money, and God knows, 10, 20,000 down the Swanee. Ellen, you checked RedTube. I think you had it open already, did you? Yeah, get something not copyrighted. I don't think much stuff is non-copyrighted now because everyone's the software that scans YouTube is so much more impressive now than it used to be, and also I'd imagine most people have copyrighted their stuff. I think I can show snippets of it as long as I'm doing a sort of social commentary on it, which is what I'm trying to do now. We'll go down to the comments and see what they're saying. You don't stop when you're winning, man. What's wrong with you? There's music to the ears of every casino manager. Yeah, and there's a casino manager in this who is a sort of chaperone for this fella here. And you'd nearly swear he's got his best interests at heart, but he doesn't. He's just out to get the cash. Okay, we'll go to the fatal deviation because that definitely doesn't have copyright. Supermarket. How does Viper show videos and never get pulled? I think he might not show them fully through if I'm correct on that. I don't know though. Like, 'cause I know Lemmy does it too, and some other streamers do it too, but I don't know how they get away with it. The house always wins. Yeah, so this is Londis. This has a very 90s aesthetic to it. Looks lovely though. Takes you back. I'm an awful man for the nostalgia. Here we go. Freezer aisle 5. Nice and chilled. Much more chilled than now, isn't it? When you think about it. Look at this poor idiot just looking at the fish, and then you got these two bullies that come in. Stocking the old sunflower oil. Absolute dickheads ruining your day. Not staged at all. Nice. He shows free used videos. Jeff Tomato, how are you getting on? Okay, I'll have to see where they come from. Free used videos. Who's going to clean that up? Yeah. Fresh milk. Back in the day when only one type of milk was an option, really. It's like a yop he's drinking there, I think, is it? Like, what's going on here? Like, what is the relationship between these two lads? Like, he's drinking milk or something, look. Okay. Why is he looking at the other fella like he's trapped by him or something? Come on, give me that fucking milk. Takes a mouthful of it, and then takes it again. I genuinely wish life was that simple. I wish it was. I'd say to the boys, what's your secret? Look at that. Like, that's kind of like, it nearly makes everything they did alright, that laugh. Listen to this beautiful laugh. Sorry, I'm just reading the comments here. What was this? RedTube stuff. I was going to clean that up. Imagine shop being that quiet. Yeah, Funky Sloth. The thing about it is, as far as I remember, shops and the likes were that quiet back in the day. Like, they were like this, look. That was it. That was it. There were just quiet spots. And you would get lads like this going in causing a stink. But, like, you were grand with it. She's just going for the beef. Get a shot of me. Get a shot of me walking down the beef aisle.
Hey, Blondie, how's it going?
Word boy, how are you getting on?
I'm only after building that. What are you going to do about it? You're going to have to pay for that. Ooh.
Isn't the ooh?
You're going to have to pay for that. Ooh.
Just add it in after.
You're very brave to be harassing young women.
Okay. Fair enough, got a kick in the balls, but why is there a fucking pyramid of toilet roll in them just standing there in the middle of the aisle? Inversoft have been around a long time, one roll free. Not a bad deal there. But why is there just a big tower? Like, that's going to come down no matter what. Even if you don't have an accident like this, somebody's going to walk into that. Kicked him in the bollocks. Like, imagine you just turned up to do your shopping and that's the first shot you saw. Why is there so much fucking toilet roll? How much were people wiping their arse back then as well? Just a clean shot of the gooch there. Look at that. Spread eagle. Jesus Christ. Sorry, guys. It seems like a strange placement, though, of the toilet roll beside the freezer aisle. The jeans split. Yeah, not in your life. You're talking about Sydney Sweeney with good jeans. Back in the day, these were the jeans of every modern person in the world. These could be Levi's, they could be Wrangler, but the gusset or the gooch was very much reinforced and tight. Good strong jeans indeed. Yeah, with boots. Buy good jeans once and you never buy jeans again. I like the way he just stepped. See the way he just does a step for no reason? That makes no sense why he did that. Why didn't he just turn and look at her? Look at this for a bit of a jig. Good luck. Chat to you. I wouldn't mind. She's wearing a lovely apron. And then the final bit of analysis on this video is what's going on the intercom here? Does anyone know? What the fuck are they talking about? What are they talking about on the intercom there? That's a bit of a weird one. Anyway, that is Fatal Deviation. If you're looking to watch something, I talk about so much. Whenever I talk about Fatal Deviation, there's another one I talk about as well. It's called The Room, and it is... Oh, and I think I've talked about that before. There's another one as well about a fellow with loads of laptops. But yeah, it's probably my favourite genre of movie is kind of like sort of accidentally funny movies. There's one fella called... Do you know the movie I'm talking about? He's got like loads of laptops, and he hacks into some American mainframe stuff. What's that karate film set in Ireland about Beamish or something? Jeez, I don't know. If anyone knows the name of that one, do let us know. I'd love to watch that one. There's another great one as well. I might have said this before, but it's worth checking out. Marcus. This is the kind of stuff that just puts me in 5. This is the kind of stuff that just puts you in great mood. This is a fella called Marcus who was such a confident fella. I think we've watched this before. Yeah, he's basically from
produce one hip hop gospel album, one pop album,
Dundalk, and he basically tried to make 4 or 5 albums at the same time. Definitely worth the watch. Marcus Part 105. Let me see. Moving Target. Thanks for the shout there, word boy. Moving Target. I'm gonna have to check this one out now. This sounds good. Moving Target trailer. Oh fuck, it's gone back. Moving Target trailer. Right, let's have a little look at this. It's from the year 2000.
They've murdered his buddies. They've kidnapped his girlfriend. He wants justice. He'll settle for revenge.
He's gonna kick the fucking heart of everyone in the town.
World kickboxing champion Don the Dragon Wilson is back, delivering spine-shattering excitement in the pulse-pounding action-adventure thriller, Moving Target.
I think
tell you, lad, you're really starting to piss me off.
On you, kid. Nice shot. Oh yes, I think I have seen this.
Girlfriend back, but the ransom isn't payable in cash.
Beer contains nuclear detonators. I ask you again, where is the Beamish?
I drank it.
Dirty bastard.
Now, framed for a murder he didn't commit, he's running from both sides of the law.
Yeah. This is definitely worth
In
watching.
the ring and on the screen, Don Wilson delivers official karate magazine. The greatest kickboxer of all time. Don Wilson is a one-man army. American Karate Magazine.
Son of a... Absolute bollocks. Yeah, that's going to be watched very soon. I haven't seen that one, I don't think, although I've heard people on about it before. All of the Jean-Claude Van Damme movies, they were great ones for like a lot of continuity in the movies that didn't really make sense. Like there was one time I was watching it with friend Tom, and Jean-Claude Van Damme was fighting some lad who detonates a bomb on a boat, and he turns to a fella and he goes, the boat's loaded with the bomb 100%, and then he jumps off the boat, but he's wearing completely different clothes. But anyway, movie scene would say. I don't know. Let me see. Stylish Kicks. I will check it out though. It's a nice touch. Thanks for the recomendazione. Hard Target. This is a great one. There was a period there where Jean-Claude Van Damme was probably the most popular actor in the world at some point. I guess he was probably the highest grossing actor at some point too. Now I don't think it was long lived, because it was hard for him to compete with the likes of Sly Stallone and Arnie, because I think Americans were more into that sort of stuff. But around the time of Karate Kid and all those kind of movies, Jean-Claude Van Damme stepped in, and he had that sort of continental Europe vibe to him.
Hello, pretty lady.
Leave me the hell alone.
We'll take it. I got a little extra, honey.
Look at the mullet there in the back. This lad just schmirking away. Oh, okay. Oh,
You having fun?
Why don't you do yourself a favor?
another mullet. See, everyone had mullets back in them days.
I
There
think the
wasn't.
favor gonna be done for you.
You alright? It's okay. I'm gonna fix this.
I said get lost.
The flick knife was a big job back then. Is that
Now
phased
take
by
the
it?
big stick and your boyfriend and find a bus to catch.
Ooh, cheeky.
This guy's funny.
This guy's wearing. Is he wearing braces? This fella, no? Is this fella wearing braces? Is he wearing them? Like, how is this fella in the back not? How does he not know what's going on? Who is this fella? Wranglers. Okay, so he was insinuating that he's packing heat, but it's not a gun; it's his leg. Yeah. Aye, aye. Oh, Jesus.
Let's go.
I personally don't think you'd ever do that in a real fight. That would never happen. Would it? Maybe. Maybe if you were that confident, as confident as he is, even though, like, yeah, that could work. This lady's taking a good look. She's taking it all in. She might be just in town for the day. And she goes, Jesus, this town's crazy. Yeah, the choreography is very, very good. Good look. a bit of window shopping. Always the case. In the movies, they'd always throw somebody through the window. It was just par for the course. This fella with the stick outside. If the next fella's going to get it now. Says to him, come on, as if he wasn't already coming on, so to speak. Like, why would you run up to somebody and say, come on? If you've seen a fella like Jean-Claude Van Damme beating 6 people, what you would do is, you wouldn't say, come on. You'd have the stick here now. See, Jean-Claude Van Damme's looking through the window. That's when you go up to him, bang with the stick. But what a wino. Into bed there now with you. Window gone. No talk about who's going to replace that. But anyway, that's Jean-Claude Van Damme. Oh, this is a great one. We'll finish on this one, folks. And this is one of my favourite movies ever. I don't know the name of it, but it involves a pool ball in a sock.
Hey, Officer Big Shot, come to bust my balls, huh?
Hey, how you doing?
This here is a detective.
Look at the gimp of this fella here. Look at him. Look at the fucking state of this lad schmig. I love it. Love it though.
This here is a...
Okay.
See, you wouldn't talk shit like that. Look around you.
Look around you. Think your punk's gonna beat me in a fight?
Over here. Is this the setting for profanity? Hey,
I think he's trying to act like Italian American, even though Steven Seagal is not. I don't think he's Italian American. Don't you smig at me.
Fuck you. Benny the book, how are you, buddy? Huh? Benny, you...
Imagine a fella going around bouncing a fucking white ball on the ground. You'd be like, this guy's could be a lunatic. This guy could be one too. These are all like Italian fellas.
You won't be over here using my belt for like illegal means, would you?
Bookmakers and illegal activity, you know.
You also would not know that.
He's got the Baggio haircut. The lovely little, I know what you call that. A rat's tail.
Richie owns this
He's
place
part
and
seagull,
sells
part man.
narcotics here because he's a fucking puke and he likes to run
He's a
with his
fucking
head.
puke.
Whose hot dog is this, huh? Is it yours?
You'd have that badge and that gun. These guys would take your head off.
Fuck out of here. You know, I noticed a lot of boxing memorabilia. We got some...
Boxing memorabilia. Going around with the fucking hanky. This fella's getting it first. He's got a gun as well, you see, so anyway.
Here's my gun. Fair game now, okay? And here's my badge. This is your trophy. This is your trophy, okay? Someone get it. Not...
Yeah, he's got that weird accent where he's pretending to be Italian American, I think.
Come on his head. Huh? Tell one of your fucking jadrools to come and get it, all right?
I offer $5,000 for that badge right now. $5,000 right now. I want that badge.
Gone. Someone's going to get their arm broken, no doubt about it.
Anybody know why Richie did Bobby Lupo?
What is it? Anybody know why Richie did Lupo?
Richie! Anybody know why Richie did Bobby Lupo?
Hey, fuckface, you want to get by me? There's only 2 things stopping you. Fear and common sense. And I'm gonna cut your fucking head off.
Just conveyor belt of lads getting battered senseless. Oh Christ. That's not worth it.
Motherfucker, you knocked my teeth out!
Explain that to the wife when you get back home.
Hey, Sticks, come on!
Fucking Steven Seagal turned up and he started battering everyone. He looks handy enough there. Apparently he's handy at some sort of martial art and he trained in Japan and had his own dojo or something like that. But they reckon there's not much history of Steven Seagal's youth. People don't seem to know much about him growing up. So it could be full of shit. I think he might be living in Russia now at the minute too. I better pause that video because I'm seeing here that YouTube is now detecting that I'm watching some content that I don't own. There was a video mentioned there. I want to check it again. Italian men arguing about pizza. This could be good. About pizza, hey. Don't be putting pineapple on the
Last
pizza.
night, we ordered a pizza pie. There was 8 slices. Okay. Amongst us 2.
So just so you get the visual,
I'm sitting here.
Give your
Tommy
honest
is
opinion.
sitting here.
You're right in front of your 4 slices.
Right, okay.
Okay.
So I ate this corner.
He ate that one first.
He ate this corner.
I ate this one.
Right.
He ate that one.
Yes.
Right. I ate this one.
Yes.
Right. He skipped that one.
Maybe I didn't want that. Maybe I wanted
He
the corner.
skipped that
I
one.
went to the corner.
Stood up and took mine.
I didn't stand up nothing because if
He
you don't
reached across
I grabbed
and
the
he
corner.
took my slice.
Was this corner bigger? No, it was smaller. As a matter of fact, that's why I took it. You should have ate the pizza on your table. I could take a pizza I want.
No, you
It's
can't.
mine.
That was
The
yours
gang of them
in
need
front
to
of you.
just, cut back on the pizzas. It seems to be getting to them small. But this fella here, like the passion, I always wondered about the passion Italians have for pizzas, which I can understand, because I suppose everyone has passion for stuff from their own country, like music or whatever it may be. But Italians, they go absolutely nuts for pizza, and apparently if you put pineapple onto a pizza in Italy, they will genuinely go nuts. But they're definitely right armchair sporter, you're 100% right there. They're definitely 3 right looking pizza eaters.
You took my half.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
They're not even messing.
On your side.
Just eat the fucking pizza. You should be glad to have pizza.
Etiquette.
What do you know about etiquette?
You're wrong, Mario. You're wrong.
It's a pizza.
Okay, better pause that in case the old YouTube overlords cut me back. Right, folks, that's going to be me for tonight. Thank you so much for joining me on the stream. It's 11 p.m. here. Hope you're doing well. Going to be back again a lot more now. I think I've got the whole setup going here. I'm just going to leave this here from now on so that I don't have to be fiddling around with bits and bobs and all that sort of stuff. But we're going to have some fun in the coming weeks and months. Thanks for joining me, and hope everyone's doing well out there. And we'll see you next time.